Well, good morning, everyone. Oh, I haven't got my microphone plugged in, so it's using the automatic one that comes with the iMac. That's okay. Let me know if you can't hear me. I'm assuming that it is all okay. Good morning, Corinna. Lovely to see you here early on a Sunday morning. I'm not too late, too late. I've just been involved in other things earlier, and yes, we're here in perfect timing as per usual with everything in life, isn't it? Though we are here for the cards, so I'm going to switch across to that scene that is part of the process. And here we have it. We are using the siren song again today, and I thought, well, I'll just set it there over top. I've got to carefully lift it because otherwise it shifts all the cards. There we go. So there it is, the siren song, Divining the Depths with Lenormand and the Kipper cards. So we have those here. The Kipper is at the top. I'll use my Apple pencil. The Kipper cards are at the top, and we have the Lenormand deck here at the bottom. Now you will notice the Kipper doesn't have anything other than what is the picture and the name and the number of the card. With the Lenormand, we have the name and number of the card here at the bottom as usual, but we also have the corresponding card that is a normal playing deck card here at the top. So I'll go through those in a sec. I'm going to zoom in on these so we get a clearer picture of the three in each row that we're looking at. And I can probably just do a little bit bigger with this one because with eCam I can shove some of these things around a little bit easier. It brings it a bit closer. Right, the first ones that we're looking at the moment, we got it's the usual way that I do it is with the oh, sorry, I've just got something wandering across the screen there. The first way that I do it is by looking at the central cards first. They're the main theme. So that's the theme of the day with these. In the left one, it is the home space that we look at. And in the right one, it is the workspace that we look at. So that's my spread, if you like. It's just the three cards. I'm doubling it up because we're on a weekend. We've got the siren song card decks as how these are designed. You can use them together. You can use the Kipper separately, the Lenormand separately, in whatever way you want to. So it's been quite a number of years that I've been using just the three, as in the home space, the general theme, and the workspace in the right. I'm going to start up at the Kipper deck first, and we'll then move on to the Lenormand deck. So for anyone following the numerology, as far as these numbers go, it is 27. We have unexpected money in the home space, card 27 in the Kipper deck. It's Rich Girl, card 12 for the theme, and it's False Person, card 8 as the workspace for the Kipper deck. So that's the numbers for that one. Here we have in the Lenormand, it is the card 3, Ship in the home space, Mountain, card 21 in the general theme, and the Cross 36 as the workspace card. Okay, very interesting card combinations here. And here we go, Hilda. I'm back. Hello from Switzerland, dear Oz, and all in the chat. Thanks so much for joining us. It's your evening, isn't it? So lovely to have you sharing your time with us here as well. So thank you. Now, let me just, now I'm not sure whether I should do it this way and actually focus wholly on the top row. I think I might do it this way for today. I have a little bit of extra time that I can spend with this. So I'm going to go to the central card first. So we are going here to the Rich Girl card. Oops, and of course I would bump anything underneath, of course. It's hard to line them up, isn't it? Once you've bumped something. So anyway, let me try and do this. There. Just it's just the Virgo in me. So card 12 in the Kipper deck, being the rich girl, the keywords are going to be, oh, hi, hello from Australia. So Genji, Genji or Genji, lovely to have you here in YouTube. So good time zone, the Australian one, it's mine. So lovely to have you here. So back to this. Our general theme with the rich girl from the Kipper is daughter, sister, colleague, lover, happiness, innocence, carefree attitude, happiness, and youth. So it's all those lovely, light, young, it almost feels frivolous to a degree. Let's have a look at what Carrie, Tony, Tina's interpretations are. Who knows how they collaborated with this. Anyway, sunning herself on the rocks, rich girl hasn't a care in the world except, of course, whether to seduce or shipwreck some unsuspecting sailors. If you know any of the history of what sirens are, they're not just mermaids of the sea. They are temptresses and etc. etc. There's a lot of story behind the sirens. Not enough time to go into that at the moment. So I know that they are definitely interesting. Okay, so shall I read that again now that I've gone out of my flow? So, sunning herself on the rocks, rich girl hasn't a care in the world except, of course, whether to seduce or shipwreck some unsuspecting sailors. The soft bloom of youth warms her cheeks, and the world is still very much her oyster. She's a sister, a daughter, a lover, or in combination with other cards, a formidable rival or the temptress, the dreaded other woman. She's younger than our sirens and a player with the power to be both a blessing and a bane. Seductive wiles and no principled reasons for why not to use them. Her favourite word is like whatever. So entitled, two-faced, and impressionable are also keywords to describe rich girl. So surrounded by good Kipper cards, she can forecast happiness and a positive sunny outcome. However, catch her far away from our sirens or hanging out with the wrong cards and the sky blackens. That's to do with the grand tableau. But we do certainly have that seems a bit of a challenge below. And it's a false person on the right and the unexpected money on the left. Oh, it seems very interesting. What is the meaning of it? Anyway, we'll go over to the unexpected. Apple pencils. It's rolling around on me. So the unexpected money as card 27, that does look interesting. So the key words here are windfall and improvements, evolution, positive turnaround, money, gain, inheritance, quick upturn, good juju. Now, keep in mind that this is in the home space that we're seeing this, okay? And here you go, Hilda, you're saying there's a dangerous part of the Rhine River in Germany where they believe to have had sirens causing shipwrecks. Yes, there's quite a lot of, well, is it myth or is it just legend, or is it, just use anyway, it'd be interesting to look that up. Definitely, there certainly are stories about sirens that are historical and, myths of the sea. I like how it's being used as far as a deck goes. So we'll continue on with this unexpected money, because in the home space and the challenges we've got these days with money being tight for a lot of people, unexpected money would be absolutely welcome. So unexpected money arrives quickly and unpredictably with either a checkbook or invigorating glee. I wouldn't say there's too many checkbooks these days, but some countries still use them. I don't think they are in Australia anymore. Anyway, after I keep getting distracted, sorry about that. So after a period of dedicated effort or dark and troubled times, here he is, finally, thankfully, and most deservedly. Winsomely posed, he rests one hand on his silken hip while the other reaches for a single serving of good karma that's coming your way. Okay, it could be as simple as a promotion, a pay rise, or a business transaction that closes sooner than expected. Or the slot machine of life hits the 3 sevens and wild cherries and spins and spins and spins, flooding the casino with red light and the sweet cacophony of coins. Or at long last, after an eon of dating the dumpy, the dodgy, and the dreary, lady meets her tramp. Unexpected money brings a bounty of improvements and recovery. So within the framework of financial well-being, unexpected money refers to a sudden and limited infusion of cash. So don't rely on it, but enjoy the rewards whilst you can. That's what I'm saying. It is almost like an easy come, easy go. Don't be too frivolous with it if you know that you're needing to put some aside as well. So in the home space, it's certainly going to be a welcome relief to have unexpected money popping in. And Fiona, good morning, Ros Girlie, and all around the globe. Good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are. Love that. Thank you, Fiona. And as you are a little later into the live stream, let me just pop this down so you can see the full numbers, because I know for you, you really do enjoy seeing all of the numbers, including these that would be the pips of the playing cards. So there's a 10, there we have an 8, and there we have a 6 with those relevant cards there, Fiona. Okay. So I'm going to switch back over to the Kipper card in the workspace. We'll zoom back in and grab that focus there on the first line. I'll just do it a little bit bigger so that we can see it there. Okay, so with the false person, what we're looking at with false person card 8 in Kipper are the keywords of warning, dishonesty, and betrayal. So, mayday, mayday, false person isn't generally a warning about a person, but of a rogue wave about to broadside the querent, which is you, the person receiving the messages. It's a distress signal, and one that's not to be taken lightly. So, adversity could be afoot, gaining momentum, hidden and sneaky. At best, something is just wrong, a whole mess of wrongness, something's not quite right. The message here is simple. Scan the surrounding cards for the cause and effect. So what you're needing to do, keeping in mind that this is our workspace and everything, what is happening around your work? Are there others about you who are being false? Are you? And I always will put it to ourselves first as far as how am I being false to others if that's the case. If you truly think that you're not, then look around you at others. So that's what it's going to be focusing on is, authenticity and what's not feeling right, okay? Trusting your intuition through it all, okay? Now, I'm just going to pop down to Fiona's question. Can't see the numbers on them. They're a bit blurry. Yeah, they are. I did mention them earlier. I'll just pop down to the middle again and give you the look. It is card 27, card 12, card 8 with the Kipper deck, and it's card 3, card 21, and card 36 with the Lenormand deck. And you can see the pips there, okay? As far as the 10, 8 and 6 with the relevance to the playing decks. Okay, let me go there, back to the false person. So in that context, what we're looking at is to really sense into what's happening with our work, what's happening in the environment as far as other people, because the Kipper deck certainly is more about the personalities and situations around people rather than the physical things. That's what I feel around the Kipper anyway at this point. Okay, so Fiona's just saying thank you. Oh, that's good. And here I'll just go popping back to where the Corinna has made her comment. Our house was falling apart, so we went through the usual channels for money to fix everything. Does that count? Oh, look, I think as far as with the home space and having that unexpected money, it's in whatever way it pops in. I think the usual ways is quite valid. It's just that you're able to get it from a different avenue than just through your earnings and the usual way of earning your income. It's come in via another avenue. It doesn't matter if it's a bit longer term. As far as our lifetime goes, even loans are temporary, aren't they? We do anticipate we're going to be paying them off. And Kay, good morning, Ros. A bit late, might have to replay. Oh, look, I've only just started, but yes, you might have to go back to the start to see the absolute start of it. But it's lovely to see you. Thank you for being here, Kay. Now, as we're moving down, we'll go to what is the Lenormand section of the deck now. I'll keep the names of those others underneath because I'm actually zoomed in as far as it will go. Now, I'm going to go to the centre card again for the overall theme, which is the Mountain card from the Lenormand today. And that is the keywords of challenge, struggle, rival, resistance, that type of thing. So it is actually a bit of a challenge. Close to the siren, well, close to us. It is, or in these types of spreads, it's definitely, yeah, they're close to us. So the Mountain warns of a fierce enemy, a person or situation that's working decidedly against you. So at its core, the Mountain's cold, overwhelming, and distant, and shows up as an obstacle, formidable challenge that hinders and delays forward momentum. So, it's referencing the distance from you in a ground to blow. It is close to us because it's part of that theme. It is the main energy of the day, is having this challenge that's almost bringing the obstacles and the blocks. So what is it that's showing up for you as being a challenge? Is it your own attitude and way of looking at things as to, an entitlement or something that you're feeling you're entitled to something, when that itself is bringing the block, the obstacle to us? Or is it someone else, placing the rich girl person as being someone who is close to you, and you're needing to really understand that is their objective. What is it that's happening, and how are you going to be acting instead of reacting, and looking at this from your own perspective? Okay, we'll have a look at that as a combination shortly. So with the Mountain, yes, something is going to be challenging us today. As we move across to look at the Ship, card 3 from this book, it is commerce, trade, and movement. And have a look at where, I'll do the combination shortly. It's popping straight up into my head. Yes, look at what's above it, unexpected money. And here the Ship is about commerce, trade, and movement. So Ship sails through the expansive ocean with impressive momentum, promising great wealth, trade, or inheritance. So its movement sympathetically generates waves of abundance and bounty that will break our siren's feet. So, and that in itself breaks the spell. Anyway, when Ship touches the siren card, it takes on an alternative meaning of travel or an adventure. Well, we haven't got that. We haven't got our actual siren card because we're not doing it in that way. These spreads are just the general. So it is the abundance is what it's indicating as far as the wealth and that side of life. And being in the home space with the unexpected money above it, wow, what a combination. We are going to be getting some money flowing through today, in whatever form that might be for you, whether it is a win of some sort, or something that does come through because you've had the opportunity to do an extra piece of earning capability, earning capacity. Like for me on a Sunday, it would definitely be a surprise reading, and being able to earn a bit extra in that way, or whatever I'm writing today. So it won't be that unless it pops out. Get the out of the blue type of a flow of the money. Interesting how our own attitudes too can affect that, isn't it? Right, And here we go. We've got Corinna just saying, just getting out of bed might be the challenge today, you feel. I managed that at about 5:30, and I thought, God, I would need to get up for another lesson because of a course I'm doing. The time differences in time zones around the world, etc. Yes, a lot of what I do is in the middle of the night. Anyway, it's fun. I love it. And it's all with that purpose of generating a flow of abundance. And sometimes the abundance is money, sometimes it's just wonderful, healthy feelings. The numerology today, the day number is a 7, and with the cards, this thing does automatically pop it down, which is annoying at times. The cards themselves are going to equal the 5 just above that number. You was late because you got your mum, had your morning walk. Gotcha. I was a wee bit late to do my morning walk yesterday. It got hot too quickly. I couldn't take Oreo out on hot pavement, so decided no, this morning it looks wonderful. We'll be going for a walk in a minute. Excuse me. Okie doke. So from the ship in the home space, we're going to move across to our last card for the reading is the cross. The cross number 36 being the last card in the Lenormand deck, there is a completion of swords. Interesting that it's below the false person. But anyway, let's have a read of this one. And the keywords are suffering. I'm just going to put that one up. Bless you. Thank you, Hilda. Yes, a sudden sneeze. It's interesting how they can take you by surprise in many different ways. Anyway, suffering, grief, pain, burden, sorrow, despair. For me, cross the symbol hasn't been about suffering. I had a wonderful Christian upbringing. I have since not changed, but grown into my own understanding of spirituality and what is for me the way that I like to live my life. And it's not based on a symbol of anything. It's based on what I feel from within my own heart and what I know at my soul level. But the cross itself was always something that was a positive, happy symbol for me as I grew up. And it's not got that sense of suffering, grief, pain, burden. So whatever you feel through this, allow it to be what it means for you, not necessarily all of this that seems to be so down and negative. Ugh. It all has a part to play with our balance of living a good life, though. So cross, I'll read what the definition is, the description that's in this book. Cross is a heavy burden to bear. It requires fortitude and perseverance. It stops our sirens in their tracks. So it's another buffer for the sirens, their energies. So when near, it shows a troublesome process of suffering or grief. So there is that completion. I'm adding these bits in too, by the way. There is that sense of completion, the end of what is the sequence of the Lenormand. Despite its depressing energy, you'll want to see this card as close to the sirens as possible. Well, it is. That's how we read them in these 3 card readings, even though we've doubled up with the siren song. It means that whatever is moving through is that despair and the grief will pass quicker. So cross brings burden to even the most positive cards. It's a grave reminder that there are times in life when there are no shortcuts to new and more favourable beginnings. No other option but to stoically endure. Cross indicates the necessity of stopping to process a current difficulty before moving on. So it is that process of moving on, an ending that is completing something that then moves on to what is something new. Okay, so we're going to go back to about there with our cards to see the complete view. It's a wee bit too big. I'll just move it again. There we go. So, and good morning all, about to cook up pancakes for breakfast from Sharon. Good morning. Nice to have you popping in and enjoy your breakfast. And there Fiona's putting in her order as well with brown sugar. I really like pancakes too. I actually like butter and cheese on them, which is a bit weird, I suppose, from the usual. They're mostly associated with sweet, aren't they? The sugar or honey and lemon juice or something like that. Cream, yum. Strawberries, oh, berries, yum. And there we go, Hilda. I'm pretty much at the same level as you spiritually. The cross just means a religion to me. Yeah, it does. It has that connotation, and well, probably because it's been centuries of that. Since losing my son, I feel the burden of the cross. My heart still aches every day. Yes, and we each experience our grief in different ways, don't we, Kay? And whenever it is that you are right and ready to move on, that's when it is. Still grieve as you need to. Don't feel pressured by anyone else either. And Sharon, you made blueberry compote and cream to go with it. Oh, yum! That does sound very nice. So, moving back, like like Vegemite on them. Oh, yum! I don't think I've had Vegemite on pancakes. I definitely like Vegemite on toast though. Hot toast, butter melted Vegemite, yes. Cold toast, butter, peanut paste, sort of lump it. I like that in its more solid form on toast. Um, the other thing that I have noted that I've still got in the cupboard is some biscotti paste, and that is superb. That'd be perfect on a pancake. Anyway, I digress. We're not here on a discussion for food. What I need to do now is to summarise what we have with these combination of the two decks of the cards. So, as our main theme for our day today, what we definitely have with the rich girl and the mountain is a bit of a challenge in how we move past whatever the mountain is presenting us, as far as is it someone that we're needing to not just manage, to cope with or anything, but to really see that with the mountain, that challenge is going to, you imagine yourself climbing those mountains with the right tools. You have the right tools within you to be able to move around any of the challenges, the outcrops, or finding that next foothold or the handhold or the place that you put your little grapple line or whatever things they use as the tools. You are going to get to the crest, to the tip of where your destination is with that mountain. So you are going to be able to get on top of whatever the attitude is that the rich girl is portraying for you as you're moving through your day to day. Whether it is yourself or whether you can see that it's someone within your realm, and that's anywhere in your day, whether it's your home space or your workspace. Remember, our theme connects both energies as our complete wholeness. We are going to be shifting through and moving through whatever might be that, and I'm feeling it's that word of entitlement, that sometimes there is that is, and especially in our Western worlds, that the more our developed countries, what does that mean really? But it's that attitude of entitlement and knowing it all type of thing. We don't. So bring forward to your mind the awareness of that's happening and how you need to be understanding it so that you can act in the most appropriate way in whatever situation that presents for you. Okay, and with that comes the unexpected monies and the abundance of something happening in your day to day that brings in some cash, something that does feel more monetary rather than just, the material abundance, the emotional abundance, and everything. Although it could still mean that for you, I'm feeling it does mean that even if it's finding some cash you've hidden in a pocket of some garment that you didn't even remember you'd put there as an in case, because sometimes I've done that over the years and then found it, months or years later, or the next season when I go to wear that particular garment next time. It's that sort of thing that we are bringing into the space of today so that we can, with the false person and whatever is happening as that what feels heavy in our workspace, that we can meet that challenge, because the mountain, all of this is, it's working together. But know that at least the bonus in today is that whilst we're doing whatever we need to be doing, that there is some form of a monetary gain throughout the day. And it might even show up something of what is that false person energy as we're working, if we're working. It could be just those thoughts that are planning for your work tomorrow that you might be needing to release and let go of that responsibility. It's not yours, that type of thing. To me, the cross is responsibility, including whatever is the definition that was put forward for us in the book, the guidebook. Look at the cards for yourself and see what you feel as you are processing what you need to know as the messages that Spirit are giving to you. Okay, so that in itself is the essence of how we use these tools and have these readings for our own self, because that's the only way really that I feel that we take in, like it is for us. We can't say to another that this is what it is absolutely meaning for you without you processing it for yourself as well. Hoping that that's how, that was understandable. It feels a bit confusing in my head because I'm still getting some of the messages from Spirit. It's trusting your inner self and really moving in that realm of your connection with your spirit guides. We've got all this energy that feels like it's going like this, when really what we're needing to do is to stay calm in those moments and allow Spirit to really speak to us. Bring it into what could be a moment of meditative state, that you get that clarity in that instant that Spirit intended for you. Okay? Wow. Now, Hilda, here we go. Thank you for this interesting reading. I can always use extra money. Love and light and a lovely Sunday to all. Absolutely, isn't it? Those lovely surprises at times. And Keza, morning, Ros and all. Good morning. You probably will need to watch the replay from the start. The versions that I'm putting on Instagram are going to be the edited versions. Everywhere else I'm not uploading again what is an edited version. You'll see it in the raw. Okay, so it should be a shorter one. I'll do that as soon as I finish with this with this live stream. I go in and actually edit. So it's been fun. I've worked out a pretty quick and easy way of doing it now. I'm actually doing it in Canva, would you believe? And Fiona, thank you, Ros Gurley, and all around the globe. Good afternoon and good evening with those beautiful hearts. Thank you so much for that. Completion of our day, of our reading this morning. Thank you, Ros. Perfect way to start a Sunday, isn't it? I just love it. As you know, I do love doing these. I feel like I've missed out when I'm not able to do them in the morning. Thank you and have a beautiful day to everyone from Keza. So thank you each and every one of you for sharing your time with me. Love and appreciate you all. I have put the link for the thatpsychic.online website there for those that do need personalised and detailed readings. The opportunity is there to pay for a reading. It helps keep me fed and coffee, all of that. There is the Buy Me a Coffee site somewhere too. I haven't put that link in for a while, but it comes up at the start of the show. Now for some writing. Keep being the best you that you can be, and I'll see you tomorrow morning earlier because I am going to have an extra volunteer day tomorrow morning. Got some catch up to do. Namaste.